Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friend, my name is Muhammad Arif Hidayatullah from offspring. I will explain the material asexual reproduction in plant. Asexual reproduction is also known as vegetative. Asexual reproduction carries out activities that produce new individuals without the fertilization. Fertilization is a process of fusing the sperm cell nucleus with the egg cell nucleus to form a zygote. Plants can perform asexual reproduction because plants have cells that can develop into various types of the constituent cells. The tissue and organs are called meristem cells. The offspring produced by asexual association will have the same characteristic as the parent. Asexual reproduction in plants is divided into two, namely: Number 1. Natural asexual reproduction. Natural asexual reproduction is a plant that is able to reproduce with its body part without human assistance. Number 2. Artificial asexual reproduction. Artificial asexual reproduction of plants capable of reproducing with the body with assistance from humans. For natural asexual reproduction. Number 1. Rhizomes. Rhizomes is a way for plants to reproduce by shoots on stems that are in the soil. Rhizomes stems serve as a food reserve. Rhizomes stems grow by forming internodes and nodes. Example: Number 1. Ginger. Number 2. Turmeric. Number 3. galangal. Layered tubers. Layered tubers are the result of the development of stem and leaf. Stem and leaf will grow and develop to form bubbles from layered leaf midribs. Layered tubers are composed of a layer of soft leaf midrib, which is a thin and contains food reserve. At the bottom there is a small root called a disc. Example: Stolon. Number 3. Stem tubers. Stem tubers are stems that experience large growth in the soil. The function of this stem tuber is to store food reserve and also for reproduction. Example of plant reproduction by means of stem tubers are potatoes and sweet potato plants. Number 4. Root tubers. Root tubers are tubers that are formed and derived from root modification. The roots are enlarged so that they contain food reserve. Root tubers can be reproduced if they do not have a growing point for shoots. Root tubers can be formed in two ways, namely from taproots and branch roots. The characteristic of the root tubers, namely: Number 1. Do not have buds and leaves. Number 2. Do not have buds. Number 3. The tubers are underground. The following is an example of a plant that reproduces by means of a root tubers, namely carrot. Number 5. Stolon. Stolon is a way of dressing plants whose stem grow creeping above the ground. Reproduction of the stolon begins with the appearance of a bud on the node of the stolon. When the shoots are separated from the parent plant, the shoots will grow and develop to form new plants. Examples of plants that reproduce using stolon parts are strawberry and nut gourd. Number 6. Shoots. Shoots are plants that grow from parts of the parent's body which are above the soil surface. Example: Number 1. Bananas. Number 2. Bamboo. Number 3. Sugar cane. Example, artificial asexual reproduction. Number 1, graft. Graft is a artificial asexual conversion or artificial asexual association method by peeling off the skin of a plant stalk and then dressing it with soil. In the grafting activity, roots will grow when the brains are grafted still on the parent tree. Advantage. Number 1. The nature of the new plant is the same as the nature of the parent. Number 2. The graft plant bear fruit quickly. Deficiency. Number 1. The root system is not strong. Number 2. The grafted plant have a short leaf span. Example, mango trees, orange trees. Number 2. Drooping. Drooping is burying the plant stalk in the ground. This method is very easy to apply to young stems that been asleep but do not break asleep. The advantage. Number 1. New plants are grow faster. Number 2. The nature of the flower or fruit of the new plant is the same as that of the parent plant. Weakness. Number 1. Not many new offspring were obtained. Number 2. New plants fall easily because the coral are not strong enough. Example, alamanda flower. Number 3. Cuttings. Cuttings are a way of artificial asexual offering by cutting and then replating. There are various types of plants that can be done by cutting. The advantage. Number 1. Plants from cutting bear fruit faster. Number 2. The quality of the cutting is the same as that of the parent. Weakness. Number 1. Least strong root system. Number 2. The number of tillers products is least. Example, cassava. That was an explanation of asexual reproduction in plants. Thank you for watching and sorry if there is a word that is not pronounced correctly. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.